Welcome all. Thanks for joining today's webinar. I'm Sunil Sharma, Senior Technical Consultant, and in today's presentation, I will take you through the new features in our recently released Power PDF version 5.1. This update introduces numerous enhancements that further solidifies Power PDF's reputation as powerful yet user-friendly PDF editor. In today's session, we will cover most of the significant improvements from this extensive list. The first major new capability added into the product is 3D support. This feature adds the ability for Power PDF to embed 3D objects into PDF files. Power PDF allows users to embed and render three of the most common 3D file types: PRC, U3D, and STEP. A 3D toolbar will appear above embedded 3D objects in PDF files. Users can utilize this toolbar to manipulate and view the 3D models. Once you select the object, you will be able to interact with the 3D object with industry standard features like rotate, spin, pan, zoom, walk by, etc. Based upon the object embedded, other advanced 3D features will also be possible, like 3D measurements, model view, view selector, rendering views, and light modes. Let us have a quick demonstration of these features with some samples I have. I can see more tools by right-clicking on the object. I can have tools like rotate, spin, pan, zoom, walk by, fly by, which I can do even just by mouse click. So I can click on my left mouse click and then spin my mouse around to see those tools in action. I can also see this object in different light conditions. I can set a background color if I am wanting to see this object in a specific background color. I am able to view this object also in full screen mode so that I can get the full value and see an enlarged view of the object. I can end my full screen view. I can zoom in the current view, and I can also see the objects in different rendering conditions. So maybe I can see the wireframe diagram of the object. I probably should have isolated a particular object and see the wireframe of that, but the idea is I'm able to do these things, and I can also see the model view, and I can turn off and turn on certain views within this. So the full 3D object is available to be viewed and rendered in different options. I can open or hide the toolbar. I can use these toolbars to do the same things that we just saw. We can have certain pre-programmed views that can be selected and viewed. So there's a lot of things that you can do with a 3D object embedded within a PDF file. So all this while I was within Power PDF. Some of these properties could be dictated by the amount of 3D information available in the object. That depends upon how the 3D object was created. Just opening another sample file to see how we can even embed objects into a 3D file. So this is another 3D file with some samples I have. I have a logo of tungsten automation that can be animated. I can zoom in, I can rotate, and I can view different options. I have this ducky embedded as a 3D object within a PDF file, and I can do similar things. I can do right click, see different renderings, see it in different lighting conditions, and do all those things that I just demonstrated. And to embed a 3D file, it is as simple as going into edit, select your 3D object tool, draw the box where you want to embed the 3D object, and select the 3D object that you want to embed. And this will now embed a 3D object within the file. I can save this file, and once saved, I can now interact with this 3D object like I was doing previously. So I have now another 3D object embedded within the PDF file. So this is how the elements of 3D objects can be interacted with a PDF file. And as you can appreciate, the value of this feature is that now people who want to interact with 3D objects do not need to have the 3D application running on their desktops. As long as somebody can embed a 3D object into a PDF file for them, they could just use Power PDF to interact with those 3D objects within a PDF file. This can simplify a lot of designing, reviewing, and approval processes within lots of organization. And this can be a very, very useful tool for all design and engineering firms. Coming back into our presentation, the next improvement we have made is in dynamic stamps in Power PDF. Just like the 3D support, this feature is available for all versions of Power PDF. Dynamic stamps is an existing feature in Power PDF, and these stamps were customizable previously as well, but we have extended the extent to which these can be customized. These red boxes on the screenshot are the new fields that can be now customized, including the border size, the color and background. We can import an image into that box. We can edit 3 levels of text, and we can also use this to stamp exhibit numbers for presentation in legal cases. This new feature will be useful for a lot of customers, but particularly beneficial for legal users who can now integrate dynamic stamps into Sequencer for sequentially numbering in-court presentations. All stamps are also now rotatable. Once the stamp is placed, you can click on the icon to rotate the stamp as required in your document. Printing with Power PDF has also got a small but significant improvement. Now, printing with Power PDF introduces a new custom zoom option alongside the previous existing options. This offers the flexibility to print documents of various sizes into non-matching paper sizes. To further enhance user productivity, the next new enhancement in Power PDF allows users to fully customize the main menu and the quick access toolbar. Previously, only a few tools could be added into the quick access toolbar, but now any menu items could be added into this toolbar, so a user can easily add all or any of the tools that they may use often and quickly get to them on the very top of the menu bar. Similarly, the main menu item can also be fully customized, allowing users to add their own My tab and then add all features that they use most often in their daily work. These are significant enhancements which can allow users to place most commonly used menu items into a singular field or adjust all menu items as per their own preferences. Looking next, version 5.1 introduces improvement in document assembly functionality. This is available for all versions of Power PDF. Now, dragging and dropping pages are made even more easier and powerful. Users can click anywhere on the page to drag and drop. Previously, they had to click on a specific bar at the bottom of the page, which was not very intuitive. There is also a new contextual submenu in document assembly, which brings all these features into a single submenu interface for ease of use. Users can easily add more pages into the file using page assembly, and finally renumber the pages to get correct page numbers on the finalized document. Additionally, users can now drag and drop pages between any open files in Power PDF. This is very powerful and a new feature. Previously, it was not possible to drag pages between files, but now users can easily drag a page between any of the two files which are open in Power PDF. Tungsten automation continuously improves the OCR which is built into Power PDF. This OCR improvements usually improve the quality of the conversion of files when we convert PDF files to editable file formats. With version 5.1 release, the OCR engine has got a major enhancement and 2 new languages support have been added. Arabic OCR is added and Arabic is also added as a full localized support which includes OCR plus application interface, and locally for our region Thai and Vietnamese OCR has been also added into Power PDF. The next improvement is in the digital signatures functionality of advanced and business editions. Advanced volume editions are now called business edition with the rebranding in version 5.1. As users can add multiple appearances to their signature, currently they have to choose which appearance to use every time they want to sign a document. But with version 5.1, users can now easily set the default appearance that will be automatically used every time they want to sign a document. This will reduce multiple extra clicks when signing a document. Similarly, when selecting a digital identity for a signature, a default can be set here too, and so the users does not have to select a identity every time they want to sign a document. In many instances, these identities can become a long list and it was a cumbersome task to find the required identity to use, but now users can easily set the default identity they need for a digital signature. Similarly, redaction, which is a feature in Advanced and Business Edition, has also got a very useful enhancement. Users can now set color while they are marking a document for redaction. This is a small enhancement, but it adds extra productivity for environments where multiple users mark a document for redaction, which is then reviewed by supervisors before finally applying the redactions. Previously, it was a challenge to identify which redactions were marked by whom, but now with different colors, the supervisor can easily track who made which redactions, which further streamlines the process of verifying any redactions if required. The next set of improvements are in the iManage connector of Power PDF. This is also a feature in Power PDF Advanced and Business Editions. For users who are using Power PDF with iManage connector, improvements have been made when using Create PDF and Email functionality. Now the PDF attachment matches the document title, not the document ID as previously. Previously, users would download the file, rename it and attach it to an email. But with this improvements, they can just right-click a file in iManage and choose to create PDF and email, which attaches that particular document as a PDF file into the email with the title as the description of the file, and the users can just enter the email to send that off where required. The next enhancement, Find and Replace, now supports bulk operations. This feature has been added to all versions of Power PDF, including Standard, Advanced, and Business. Previously, this feature could only be run on open files, so files open in Power PDF. Now, Find and Replace can be run on multiple PDF files without opening them one by one. Just enter the terms to find and replace and point to the folder where all these PDF files are stored. Power PDF will perform a bulk operations to make this update on all files in the said folder. As you can see, we have used this feature extensively after our rebranding in January this year to update many of our own documents from Kofax to Tungsten. Similarly, this feature can be very useful in situations like change of address, branding change, and other situations. Sign and Mark is a new set of tools available for all versions of Power PDF. This tool makes it easy to add commonly required annotations like check mark, cross marks, lines, and radius selections to PDF documents. The mark and sign has been created as a submenu, and the same submenu has other contextual tools like the typewriter and handwritten signature tools. This new set of annotations and submenu will make it very easy for users to quickly fill up forms and other documents with these and then sign them up with handwritten signatures and return them back via emails or any other means. Further, small usability improvements have been made to existing Microsoft Office integration of Power PDF. This feature is also implemented for all versions of Power PDF. The Office integration has the feature to use profiles to simplify the conversion of Office document to PDF format. Now Power PDF remembers the last used profile when using the Save as Cofax PDF in Microsoft Office and does not reset to default. This will significantly improve the workflow for users who use this feature multiple times in a day and don't have to select the profile each time. Also, while converting PowerPoint files to PDF, it is now possible to control how the user wants to manage the hidden slides in the presentation. Previously, the entire file was converted and users had to go into the file and delete these hidden pages. For Power PDF Business Edition, which is designed for the enterprise and supports mass deployment option, we now support deployment via Microsoft Intune. Microsoft Intune is a cloud-based service for application management. It allows IT administrators to enforce security policy, manage apps, and ensure device compliance. The customization tool, which is included in the Power PDF downloader, is used to create the MSI for mass deployment, and it will now have a checkbox to create an Intune version of the package. And once the package has been successfully created and ready for download, it also provides the install scripts to be copied and pasted into Intune. This will make the task of IT teams in enterprise customers to easily mass deploy Power PDF to their end users. Version 5.1 for Business Edition, previously called Advanced Volume, introduces a new method for licensing term on-prem licenses, introducing Cloud License Server. Tungsten Cloud License Server, also referred as CLS, provides an alternative for the on-prem Cofax License Server, also referred as KLS, used to manage term-based licenses for Power PDF Business Edition. The customer now has the choice to run either the Cloud License Server or the on-prem Cofax License Server, which was introduced in version 5.0. CLS is hosted by Tungsten Automation and is provided to the customer as a SaaS solution. The license activation mechanism and principles for licensing are the same between on-prem license server and cloud license server. With this release, single sign-on integration is available with Microsoft Entra ID and Google Identity Management. Microsoft Entra ID, previously also known as Azure AD synchronization, is supported. Other identity management integration is planned for future releases. Once the customer receives the license, they can register for an account on the CLS admin portal and activate the licenses. Two modes are available for user management: Synchronize from Entra ID, useful for medium to large enterprise, and Manual User Management, which can be used by non-Entra ID organizations. When Entra ID is selected, then Entra ID is the only method for authentication, and the portal guides the setup of synchronization via a wizard. If manually managing the users, then authentication can either be via email password or Google or Microsoft accounts. Users can be easily added or imported into the system. Detailed guides and presentations are available for technical teams on setting up the cloud license server, especially the SSO and user synchronization bits. There are some other smaller improvements that I have not covered in today's presentation, but as you can see, there are lots of improvements in this release for Power PDF. Enterprise customers with active maintenance and support can upgrade to the latest version. They can log into the delivery portal to download. New customers will automatically be provided the download for the latest release. Thanks again for your time on the webinar. I will pass it back to Ian and we can cover any questions in the chat. Over to you, Ian. On my desktop here, I have a couple of samples. If I open the turbine sample, here you can see a 3D object of a turbine embedded into a PDF file, and using the 3D tools I am able to freely and easily move this turbine as an object within a PDF file. I can see various options. I can select a particular part and view only the set part, so I can isolate a particular part to view the exact details of the part. I can go to other menu items, which is from the 3D menu bar.